So this video is going to review the journal article which I'm presenting here this week. This journal article is titled Impulsivity in Household Indebtedness, Evidence from Real Life. It was authored by Christina Aldaviana and Daniela Vendon. It was published in the Journal of Economic Psychology. So when you're looking at an article, you want to see the title of the article itself, who was authored by, where it was published, as well as the date it was published. Going through an article, you'll generally see an abstract. An abstract is an overview of the entire article itself, going over all the concepts that are presented within the article. So when you start reading an article, one of the things you want to start looking at is the introduction. Okay, I've highlighted some of the key concepts I want you to read. All right. So when you go through this, right, you'll see that it's talking about the concept of indebtedness. You're borrowing against the future. You're going into debt to get money now, right? To get some, but then you have to pay it back at a later date. And so why do people do this? Okay, and the idea being here that you are borrowing against the future. And we expect people to be rational and spend only what they can realistically assume to be reasonable amounts of money. And so the problem is, people don't always act rationally. And can we figure out who is most likely to act irrationally? Right? And so what they came up with was their hypothesis, or their educated guess. What are they trying to test? What are they trying to figure out? Right? And their hypothesis stated that people who are more impulsive have higher levels of debt. Right? Psychological factors, somatic marker, impulsivity, play a significant role in the prediction of household probability of holding debt. So, as you go through this, right, one of the things they're saying is influences. Emotions are an influence. Emotions cause people to act irrationally. Now, you go through this various parts of this introduction. They do methodology, right? Who participated, how they participate, what are they figuring out, what are they collecting, and then how they analyze the data. So you don't need to read all that, but what I do want you to read here is the results section. Okay? Make sure you review the results sections, understand what it's actually saying. Notice that the p-values just means that the finding was significant. Okay? It's 95% significant. In other words, there's only a 5% likelihood that's not significant, which is a very small which is a smaller percentage. You can see some here like 1% not significant, so 99% that it is a factor or significant. Okay, and so read through all of this. Try to understand it. If you want to try and interpret the chart here, it's looking at the various things that they were looking at as part of their questionnaire. And this is just more of the statistical information. If you want to try and figure what this is saying, remember the p-value is saying is the statistical significance. Okay. The lower the p-value, the more statistically significant it is. And then there's some discussion here, okay? But again, the main parts I want you to read are the highlighted areas. When you're done reading this, there's a discussion board based on this reading.